By the end of this video, you're going to know how to control the simulation. You're going to know how to control the simulation. I know there's a lot of talk about the simulation and that we're living in a self-simulation where we are the display and we are the processor, and God is identified with reality itself. I get that. I understand that, and so do you. You understand that, and you're still solidifying this belief. But how do you control it? That's the question. Who cares that we're living in a simulation? The question is, how do we control it? How do we manifest the life of our dreams through the simulation and actually live that? Knowing that it's a simulation is only half the battle. The other half is gaining control of the direction of your attention and being very present. That is the key, because I'm going to explain this so that you understand, and I'm going to give you exercises on how you can start manifesting and molding and changing and manipulating the simulation, okay? And it all begins with your body and your brain, okay? The body and the brain is also part of the hologram, the simulation. It's not you. You are your mind, okay? You are connected to God himself. You are a particle of God from within yourself, the internal world. Your mind and brain are not the same thing, okay? Your brain is meant for calculation. Do not identify with your brain. You're supposed to use that to change and control the simulation. Your body is also part of the simulation, okay? So you have to remember this as we go through this explanation. Your brain and your body are part of the simulation. So what does that tell you? Everything within the simulation is also your brain and body. And it just appears that there's a separation. It's an illusion of separateness, but really everything is connected. Everything is controllable, because if you can control your hand, then you can control something on the other side of the universe. Just as simply by extending your feelers and understanding that it's just an illusion of separateness. All right, because there's no separation or gap within consciousness itself. Within the simulation, everything is interconnected, and you have control over all of this with your mind, not your brain, your mind, okay? Your mind is in control of all of this, but how do you manipulate it? Because the mind uses the brain for calculation, controlling the direction of the attention, and becoming very present to control the simulation. So you can use your brain connected with your mind to control the simulation. But if you can't control your brain and you can't make decisions to say, I'm not going to do this anymore. I am going to be a non-negotiable person. I'm going to be a disciplined person. I'm going to exercise every day and nothing's going to stop me. I'm not going to raid the cupboards at night and eat this, and this. I'm going to stick to my macros. I'm going to stick to this certain amount of calories every day. I'm going to stick to my workout routines. I'm going to stick to waking up early and being self-disciplined and an integral person. If you can't, whatever your desire is, whatever you want your mind, your brain to do, if your brain can't do that when you're telling it to, that means that you absolutely cannot control the simulation. If you can't control your own brain, then you definitely can't control something on the other side of the universe, or controlling and manipulating your reality to do what you want it to do. All right? And the process of this is through the law of assumption, okay? Once you gain this ability to control your brain, then you can make decisions to assume that something is already true. And then that is impressed into the subconscious mind, because consciousness itself, the simulation, is dual natured, okay? There's a conscious part and a subconscious part, and it's a generator, okay? And behind all of that is God, okay? The identity of reality itself, which is also you, but you're a particle of that. So as you create things and as you consent to things being true within the simulation, they go into the conscious part, which your brain and mind are in control of. All right, so as your brain is receiving information, what to be true of your world from the simulation, and you're accepting that to be true, then you're generating that back into the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is then pushing that back out into the simulation and creating tomorrow, next week, and next month. And this is a constant generator that's being processed, because the simulation is self-sustainable through this energy source, which is you're a part of, okay? And as you start to manipulate your world, or to strengthen the attention that you have in your present moment awareness in the now, because of the fourth dimension, having control of the direction of your attention in the present moment and feeling something to be true without your mind going anywhere else, being controlled by anything else or thinking about anything else, you can hold on to an image within your mind and change what you're consenting to be true of the simulation, because your imagination, because you've experienced the simulation for so long, you know exactly what it would look like had you had everything that you wanted, or you were the person that you desired to be. So you can create this image in your own mind, and the subconscious mind doesn't know the difference, because that's how it's generating the simulation tomorrow, next week, next month, who you're going to meet next year, someone named Ashmagash. Who you're going to meet is all based on this experience that you're having today and what you're falling asleep with, being and doing. Okay, so remember that as you're impressing the subconscious mind, it's very important to have control over this and know what's happening, because that's what's creating your reality. And as you start to change what you consent to being true through the visualization process of imagining yourself living somewhere new, driving a new car, being in a great relationship, everything's working out for you perfectly, and you can image these things very clearly in your mind, you are going to change the generator. You're going to change what you're generating into the subconscious mind and then pushed out into the simulation and creating your dream life. Because when you're experiencing this with your conscious mind, okay, and you're using your brain to create these visualizations or to think about the visualization that you're going to create, but you're actually creating them in the back of your mind, which is your mind and not your brain. But nevertheless, that is what is generating into the subconscious mind. So when you experience your life being exactly how you want it to be within your own imagination, then you fall asleep with this, or you carry this feeling state into the subconscious, and this is generated back out into the simulation, and then it's actually designed, and this simulation has to respond to this information that's generated from your conscious state to the subconscious state. So this is how you can change the simulation. This is how the simulation is created, and this is very important for you to truly understand this, because right now, if you don't have the ability to hold your attention on a feeling state or a visual scene, or control your mind to do things that you want it to do, then you're definitely not going to be able to control the simulation. You're going to be rather controlled by it, because you've been controlled by it your entire life. Okay, and you're reacting to different things that are happening to you, and you're recreating those things because you're generating this feeling state back into the subconscious over and over and over, and you're staying in this repetitive cycle of either being in debt or not living the life that you want to live. But I want to tell you that it's up to you to change all of this. It's up to you to be able to have control of the direction of your attention and be very present, and be able to manipulate what you consent to being true from visualizations, and also disregarding circumstances within the simulation. Changing your labels, changing your perception of what's happening to you and what the simulation is actually giving you, because it's really, the secret of it is all feeling. The secret of it is feeling. Feeling is everything. So what you're feeling and what the simulation is giving you today, and it is being regenerated back into the subconscious, and just manifesting the same world over and over until you change it. Until you start changing your feeling states. And the easiest way to do this is generating new experiences within your imagination to start regenerating those experiences back into the simulation, because it's that circular motion. It's constantly circulating. All right. And this is how you control the simulation. So you need to gain control of the direction of your attention, know what's happening to you all the time within yourself in the inner world. Start controlling your own body. Whatever you want your body to do, you make sure that it's doing it. And your brain you should be able to make decisions within your own brain and stick with those things. And sometimes it can be helpful to start eliminating different things within your life in order to gain this control. Okay, start gaining this control within the simulation by avoiding certain things that are are stealing your ability to hold your attention on things for long periods of time, like instant gratification, like short form content, all of these things, entertainment purposes like Netflix, all these different things, and social media, all this stuff that is not for self-development, but is educational, is not educational, but entertainment use only, then those things are robbing your ability to be able to use your attention and to manipulate what you're consenting to be true of the simulation. You have to be very present in the moment and know what's happening all of the time and start changing this, okay? You can do this right now, okay? You can learn to control this right now in the present moment with me during this video. You can look at your world in a different light. You can change it right now. You can say, you want to know what? I'm going to use my brain to now tell myself that my world and everything within it is working out for me perfectly, and everything that happens to me is happening for my benefit. And then when this new impression is made through your new conscious state, this is generated back into the subconscious. This will change your reality. If you just started doing this a couple times a day, your life would start automatically changing, because you're making a radical psychological change. Because yesterday you didn't have those thoughts whatsoever. You never thought that everything was working out for you perfectly. You never thought everything was happening for your benefit. You never thought that this could happen to you, or this could happen to you, or that could happen to you. But now you know that you're limitless. Now you know that everything is working in your favor, and you're the luckiest person on the planet. You're always in the right place at the right time. Now you've shifted your awareness, and you can hold your attention on these feelings for long periods of time now without being distracted. And now you're generating this source of power, okay, within you, which you are everything. Remember that. You are everything. And you start generating this new power and generating that back into the subconscious, and then being pushed out within the simulation tomorrow. And you can start really changing your life and your world and the simulation within this. And it's really important not to stay stuck on the ideas and how everything works and this, that, and the other, unless it's for your benefit, to where you can learn how to control it. So many people just talk about the simulation and what it is and how it happens, but they don't talk about how to control it. This is what you need to be focused on. You don't need to waste your time on knowing all the intricacies about it. You need to know like the basic fundamentals of how you can control it, and that's it. That's what you need to know in order to live the life of your dreams. And that's through gaining direction and control of your attention and your brain, and then using that to control your body. And once you learn to control your body and do what your body wants to do and be able to make decisions whenever you want to make a decision, you can stick with that decision, and you are a non-negotiable person. That means you can hold on to a feeling state and also be non-negotiable about that. Make a decision and say, no, listen, my world is perfect, and everything that happens to me is happening for my benefit. And you design your character, your avatar within the simulation to see your world this way. And you generate new ideas into the subconscious to project a different world tomorrow for you. This is how you do it. And you can be very specific with these things. Once you get to this higher level, you can start imagining and picturing and visualizing the outcomes that you want to see in your life, thinking from them, from the fourth dimensional you. You start picturing yourself from that event as if it's happening to you right now in your mind, and holding your attention on this and really experiencing this within your imagination. And then this is generated into the subconscious, and the subconscious believes those things are real, and it has to change the simulation. The simulation and the subconscious mind are impersonal. They're non-selective. They don't know the difference between the simulation, what you're experiencing in the simulation, and what you're imagining in picture form, in vivid form. It doesn't know the difference. So once you get to this highest level of mastery, you can be able to manifest literally whatever you want to come into your life. Anything. But it starts with the attention. It starts with the present moment awareness and doing different exercises, like the reverse exercise, reversing the day's events, and replaying the day's events in reverse order as you're going to sleep at night. And also like doing the leaf exercise, counting leaves as they're falling in your imagination, gaining control of the direction of your attention during this process. There's all these different exercises that can assist you with your attention. But a lot of them can be even throughout the day, just by practicing this throughout the day, noticing when your thoughts are not on the feeling of your wish fulfilled, and they're not in a positive light. They're not where you want them to be. Bringing them back. Bring them back 70 times 7, as it says in the Bible. When you catch your mind drifting out of the state that you want to be in, you have to bring it back, and you have to be very present throughout the day and keep doing this. This will gain control of the direction of your attention, and also assist in your world changing the simulation in the process of developing your attention at the same exact time. You'll start to see huge changes, and you're directing your attention at the same time. You're designing that muscle of your mind. And the muscle can be equated to just like going to the gym and developing any other muscle of the body. This is like becoming a black belt within the spiritual world. Your brain can be at that super high level once you design it and you start training it, okay? Just like martial arts. This is a brain martial art, okay? Start designing your mind, and this is the most important thing that you could do. All the other stuff is not even close to being able to actually manipulate and control your simulation. actually knowing that you're doing it, okay? Knowing that your mind is in control of all of this stuff, and you literally just have to gain control of direction of your attention and know the things that I just told you within this video. And you can actually manifest whatever you want based on that. And it can really be this simple, but you have to start today, okay? This is what you do. These are the exercises you do. This is how it works. This is how you control it. You're living in a simulation. It's a self-simulation. It's not just a simulation. It's not like the Matrix simulation, okay? It's all being generated. You are the display and you are the processor all at the same time, and God is there. You are within God, okay? You are a particle of God, but he's behind everything. He's the identity of reality itself, which is you, okay? But you're just a particle of God. He stands behind you. There's within your own mind, if you go into meditation, you can see where God is, okay? Where God is inside of you, and everything comes after that. But God is the identity of reality itself, but you are the display and the processor at the same time, which God also encapsulates at the same exact time. You are an image of God. He made you in his image, okay? So you have the ability to control the simulation. He gave you that ability, but can you control it? This is your job, okay? So if your life isn't the way you want it to be right now, you have the tools that you can start creating these things to come into your life. Because remember, your body and your brain are also part of the simulation. There's no difference between somewhere across the world and your body and your brain. It's all the same. They're all interconnected. There's no separation or gap whatsoever from you and somebody 1,000 miles away from you. Your own body, but you are not your body and you are not your brain. You are your mind. You are a particle of God behind it all, being controlled through the generator, okay? You are the display and you are the processor all at the same time. You are an image of God. God is the identity of reality itself. But you don't need to really focus your attention on that much. You need to focus your attention on how you can start controlling that and how you can start gaining control and developing your mind to be able to start doing this. All right, start creating the reality that you want to live in right now. That's what I want to encourage everyone in this video, to understand how to control the simulation. That's what this video is for, how to control the self-simulation. And you have these tools right now. I'm gonna make some more videos getting deeper into this and different exercises, but we also have This World is a Simulation on School. That's the very first link in the description. If you really want to I do live events. We talk about all of this. We have a step-by-step course where it's designed exactly to develop all of these skills to control the simulation. All of these skills, step by step. Each course, each lesson is designed a specific way for you to be able to control the simulation. And it's the very first link, and we'll give you a free guide as well. And it's a 5-day money-back guarantee. So if you don't, for whatever reason you don't like it, you can cancel it anytime. All right, I love you guys, and this is how you control the simulation. I'll see you in the next one.